It wasn't just an earthquake that claimed the lives. It also claimed the architecture, the history, the ancient culture, the literature, intellectual life. The society itself is very much broken. I have covered several disaster areas, but I will never imagine that one day I'm going to report on death of my own friends. I am Resul Serdar, senior correspondent for Al Jazeera. And between us, it is the most personal story that I have ever reported on. Initially, the media was mostly focusing on Kahramanmaraş and Antakya. However, Adıyaman was a little bit ignored in that sense. But later, we have realized that Adıyaman was even worse. It was too much personal as well for me because simply it was my hometown that I have lived almost 2 decades in. Still, it feels strange. However, on the other hand, it's a collective pain, a collective trauma that almost 13 million people have gone through. And that, to a certain extent, mentally is a little bit helping. I have lost some of the distant relatives and some of the close friends, some of my high school friends as well in Adıyaman. At the center of Adıyaman, there is a clock tower. So the moment that the earthquake hit the city, that clock tower stopped. And people there were saying that at 4:17 a.m. in the morning, the time has stopped in the city. The streets that I have walked through with my friends now were just leveled down, and many faces that I knew since years were gone. The cities that were hit hard by the earthquakes are the cities that are hosting an ancient culture. You will see that through the mosques that are older than 1,000 years, some synagogues that are more than 1,500 years, and churches that are older than 1,000 years. It's unbelievable that the monuments that stand for thousands of years are now just rubble. The Syrians who died in the earthquake on the Turkish side are more than those who died in Syria during the earthquake. Hundreds and hundreds of dead bodies are being taken from the Turkish side to Syria to be buried back in their home country. The Syrian refugees also trying to pass through the border crossing because they want to meet those who survived and also to attend the burial ceremonies of their loved ones there. In the town of Cinderes, which hosts a population of 18,000. The whole city is like a ghost city now. And the moment that you enter the town, you expect that no one should be living in this town. But then when you start to move further into the city, you see people living among the rubbles, on the rubble. And it's unbelievable. It's like a movie, an apocalyptic movie. Experts were warning for decades, saying that the earthquake is a real part of our life. The building codes, the building standards must be followed. However, there was a kind of loose approach, both from people and also from the authorities when it comes to really observing the building codes. It still feels strange that just a day before the earthquake, life was quite normal. And just a disaster has changed everything in this country, in our own life as well, probably forever. And I believe many, like me, still do not know what are going to be the consequences. Whether we're going to be able to get back to the normal, or are we going to have these wounds with us till the end of our life?